Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. So in this video, we're going to talk about walking away, the power of walking away, or as I like to put it, vote with your feet. So this is a conversation about respect. Respecting yourself and respecting other people, and how to do that, and the right time to walk away. So if you feel that somebody is taking you for granted or disrespecting you or just trying to get you to do something that they don't feel like doing, they're just trying to palm things off on you, or maybe they're just trying to not perfectly treat you in the way that you want to be treated in. So for example, somebody might just be like, oh, I mean, there are some very subtle, I would say, passive aggressive things or whatever, like when people are asking, are you okay, like not are you okay, are you are you sick, like instead, I mean, you don't generally ask people, are you sick, right? When they're perfectly okay and there's been no conversation, just because they themselves are sick, they're like, are you sick, I mean, are you the thing been going around, has your immunity been keeping up or whatever, things like that, or yeah, just trying to, like, you're doing something together and they're just trying to take advantage, something that's their responsibility, and they're trying to take advantage of you and get you to do it and then take credit for it, like anything like that. These are just some examples that are coming to mind. But if something like this happens, what I have found to be the most effective is just walking away from that conversation. So walking away, voting with your feet, not responding. If somebody is, for example, texting something like that, like, are you sick or something, then I will respond warmly. I will respond very warmly. I will not disrespect them in any way. I will not, I mean, it depends on the person also, right? If you have this ability to really have a conversation with them, and if your own consciousness is high enough to be able to have a conversation and say, hey, I think this kind of communication, it would help if you spoke it in this way, or if you didn't say it in this way. Some people you can have that conversation, but some people you can't, because they're not going to understand. So and sometimes when you yourself are not in that consciousness level, because you're just very triggered in that moment. So when you're feeling triggered, when your consciousness level is lower, or when you feel that like you will not be able to have this conversation with someone, in that case, either case, you can choose to be very warm and respectful to the person. But basically, where energy goes, where emotion goes, no, okay, wherever you put your energy, that expands, right? So don't put energy into responding to something like this, or making it bad or something. I mean, communication is necessary with the right people, but otherwise, it's the don't put any more energy into it. Don't, for sure, absolutely don't get angry, because then you're taking your own power away, and you're disrespecting yourself as well as the other person. So it's not helpful in any way, shape, or form. So if you feel like you're going to get angry if you talk about this, then don't. Just don't. I mean, again, it depends on the situation. If you're married to somebody and that person is making you angry, then you can't walk away for longer periods of time. Then eventually you're going to have to talk, and you just try to walk away for as long as you can bring yourself back. But sometimes with other people, it might take months. So I've had situations which have taken me months, right? I mean, I've just walked away pretty much, right? Like I've been very warm, very, very warm. And when the person said, like, oh, did something happen because I stopped communicating as much and meeting as much and things like that, I was like, no, 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 nothing. It's just I'm going through my own thing. I'm just I'm in a phase right now where, so nothing. I did not say a single word to the person, just like absolute warmth. No, absolutely don't worry about it. Like, it's good. Because I felt that I couldn't have this conversation in a real way, because I felt that they wouldn't understand. So I mean, it was nice of them to ask, like, is everything okay and whatnot, but I just didn't feel like I was going to be able to have that conversation. And sometimes it's good to trust people, but sometimes it's good to trust your own intuition as well. So in this case, I trusted my intuition, and I was like, no, I am not going to disrespect you. I'm not going to disrespect myself by being angry. I'm not going to be that person. I don't want to be that that person, and I don't need this kind of thing in my life right now. I don't need to feel like I'm being taken for granted. I just don't need that. I don't want that. I'm going to choose to not have that without making anyone wrong. So yes, so you do that and you walk away, and the absolute shock to me, and I would be warm, like I would be very, very warm every time. The absolute shock to me was like I kind of started going back into that thing, little bit, like or just like little bit, like, but that was on my terms, right? When I felt like it, when I was free, when I was like, then I would go for a little bit and I would come back out, and I felt good about it. I was giving because I wanted to give, not because I felt compelled to give. So what happened was that that person did figure out over the last few months, because I walked away, because I walked with my feet, and because I was so, they figured out, and they were like, they brought those things up, and they were like, oh, if I had not pushed you in that way, or if I had not taken you for granted, or if I had not, done that, then maybe you would have still been coming. And then I was like, okay. I mean, I was like, please don't feel guilty or don't feel bad. Like we're really good. We're really, really good. But yeah, they understood. They understood on their own, which was incredible, which was absolutely incredible. Not everybody might understand, in which case you just stay walked away, right? And then yeah, so and if somebody is giving you these examples, like this passive aggressive, are you okay? Are you healthy? Are you ill? Are you sick or something like that? So then you can just respond with other things, but not respond to that. You don't have to respond to every single aspect of the conversation. You can just respond to other aspects of the conversation, and you can decide how much or how little you want this person to be in your life. So yes, vote with your feet, vote by walking away, vote by being respectful, vote by not getting angry, vote by being responsible for your emotions completely, and vote by um, by just your being, and be okay with either result. Like, what the person may come back after months, after years, or may never come back, it doesn't matter. Just be okay to walk away, and be okay to know that this might be over. And it's really okay. You don't have to hold on to every single relationship, because that's not healthy either. It's not necessary to, and it's not healthy. But you can keep a whole lot of love and compassion in your heart for the person. Walking away does not mean judgment. Walking away does not mean judgment. I'm going to drill this. Walking away does not mean you judge the person, or you, in your mind or your heart, you harbor any ill feelings towards the person. You understand that the person is wherever they are on this journey, and you are in many different places. If you look at yourself, you will, if you really start to understand all the places you yourself are really horrible, then you will come to your knees and you'll be like, I can't handle this. I'm too horrible of a person. So yes, everybody has their weaknesses, and this might be their weakness versus your strength, and you have other weaknesses versus their strengths. So do not judge. It's just like, yes, okay, this particular aspect does not work for me right now, because it's hurting me, or because whatever, I don't want to be in this situation. But that doesn't mean that I am better than this person. The thing that I love to say is, respect everybody the way you respect the person you respect the most. So find a way. I know it seems very impossible, but I've started to find a way around that. So do that. Find a way, or at least intend to find a way. And even with the intention, even if you don't find it just immediately, just with the intention that I want to respect this person the way I respect the person I respect the most, then you will automatically not have judgment for the person. At least you'll get to that place where you'll not have judgment, and you'll be like, okay, what are the strengths of this person that I can absolutely, completely, totally respect. Okay, that's it for this video. Wish you a day filled with personal spiritual growth. Radhe Radhe.